In this lesson, we're going to talk about inverse operations. Inverse operations are operations that are opposites of each other. So, for example, on this side, these are all the operations that make numbers bigger, and then the opposite would be operations that make numbers smaller. So, addition is the inverse operation of subtraction. So they're opposites of each other. Multiplication is the opposite of division, and vice versa. Division is the opposite of multiplication. And then lastly, exponents are the opposites of roots. So examples of exponents are square, cube, and then roots, the opposite would be square root, cube root. So what we want to do is, if you're given an equation, you want to be able to name the inverse operation. So the first thing you got to figure out is, what is the current operation? So find your variable, and remember your variable is your letter. So in the first example, your letter is your x. So on the same side of the equal sign, you need to figure out what the current operation is. So the current operation would be addition, so x plus 4. So if the current operation is addition, so then your inverse is the opposite of addition, which would be subtraction. So then in the next example, example 2, again, first find your variable. So in this example, your variable is y. So on the same side of the equal sign, your current operation is minus 8, which is subtraction. So then your inverse operation, the opposite of subtraction, would be addition. Example 3, your variable is n. So the current operation here, remember that this line means division. So then the opposite of division is multiplication. So your inverse is multiplication. And then lastly, in this example, your variable is the letter p. So on the same side, you have a number directly next to that letter. Remember, the operation between those is multiplication, so you can draw it in there. So then the opposite of multiplication is division. So your inverse is division.